You're doing a lot, thinking about it, affirming, visualizing, trying to stay in the right state, trying to get it right, trying to make sure you don't mess it up. And the more you do, the more it feels like work, like effort, like something you have to maintain. And when it starts to feel like that, something shifts. It doesn't feel natural anymore. It feels forced, like you're holding something in place, trying to keep it from slipping, trying to make it happen. And that's where the tension starts. Subtle at first, but constant. Because now it's not just a desire. It's something you're working on, managing, maintaining. And that pressure is what creates the feeling of being blocked. Not because something is actually blocking you, but because you're forcing something that's meant to be natural. And anything forced feels heavy, resistant, like it's not flowing, because it isn't. Trying too hard isn't just effort. It's pressure, subtle, but constant. It shows up as needing to do something, to make this work, affirm more, visualize more, fix your thoughts, stay on track, make sure you're doing it right. And underneath all of that, there's a belief. If I don't do this, it won't happen. So you keep going, keep doing, keep trying to maintain something. And that's where the tension comes from. Because now, it's not natural. It's managed. It's controlled. It's something you're actively holding together. And when you're holding something, you feel it. You feel the effort. You feel the pressure. You feel like you can't relax. Because if you do, you might lose it. And that's trying too hard. Not just doing a lot, but feeling like you have to, like it depends on you, to keep it going, to make it happen, to hold the state. And that position creates resistance. Because instead of being in something, you're working toward it, maintaining it, trying to secure it. And that constant effort is what makes everything feel blocked. Trying too hard creates resistance because it's rooted in not having. Even if you don't say it, it's there. If I need to do all this, it's not done yet. If I have to maintain this, it's not stable yet. If I stop, it might fall apart. And that position keeps everything active, unsettled, because you're not in something that feels complete. You're in something that needs effort, needs attention, needs to be held together. And anything that needs effort doesn't feel natural. It feels forced, temporary, like it could slip. So you keep trying to keep it, trying to hold it, trying to make sure it works. But that constant trying is what creates the resistance. Because you're not allowing something to be. You're trying to make it be. And that difference changes everything. Because what's allowed flows. What's forced pushes back. It feels heavy, slowed down, blocked. Not because something is stopping it, but because you're applying pressure. And pressure creates friction. Even if it's subtle, even if it feels like effort, even if it feels like you're doing the right thing, it's still resistance. Because it's not natural. It's controlled. And anything controlled doesn't move freely. There is a state where you're not trying, Not because you gave up, because there's nothing to try. In this state, it already feels done. Not something you're working toward, not something you're maintaining, just settled. And when something feels settled, you don't put effort into it. You don't manage it. You don't try to keep it in place because it doesn't feel like it could slip. It feels natural, stable, obvious. So your attention relaxes, your mind quiets, your body releases tension because there's nothing to hold, nothing to fix, nothing to force. And from that position, everything flows. Not because you made it happen, because you stopped interfering. You stopped applying pressure. You stopped trying to control the outcome. And when that pressure disappears, so does the resistance. Everything becomes lighter, easier, more natural, because you're no longer working against it. You're allowing it. And that's what changes everything. You were never stuck because you weren't doing enough. You were stuck because you were doing too much, trying, forcing, managing, holding everything in place. And that effort is what made it feel hard, heavy, blocked. Not because something was against you, but because you were applying pressure, constantly, subtly, through needing to make it happen, through feeling like it depended on you, through believing, if I don't do this, it won't work. But now, that ends, because you see it clearly. You don't need to try harder. You don't need to do more. You don't need to keep managing it, because once something feels done, there's nothing to maintain, nothing to force, nothing to hold together. So the effort drops. Naturally. Not because you made it drop, because it's no longer needed. And when the effort drops, so does the resistance. Everything becomes lighter. Everything flows. Everything stabilizes. Because you're no longer interfering. You're no longer the one trying to make it happen. You're the one who allows it. And from that position, everything follows. If this landed, anchor it. Comment, I don't force, I allow.